Grand finals for stage 3. My name is Wolf. With me is Achilios, who's going to be my guest here for the Twitch All Access Pass Q&A. How are you feeling so far after that finals?
I'm doing pretty good. A little tired, but it's okay. It was well worth it. We got all the way to the 7 maps. Shanghai coming out on top. I feel very fortunate. You and I were able to cast their first ever match victory, and now we get their first ever stage finals victory. And who knows where it ends? You know, it could be the grand finals. Maybe they're going to Philadelphia.
Certainly could happen, but let's jump right into these questions. Our first one is going to be from Unfitting Toast. What are your favorite pizza toppings?
I think the best way to test whether or not a place makes good pizzas is to just go for a standard pepperoni. That would probably be, I guess, my favorite. It's my most frequent, but Hawaiian pizza, it's pretty darn good.
Can't say I agree with that.
Shouldn't feel ashamed about it. Pineapples on pizza is perfectly fine as long as it's got ham on it too.
All right, so moving to our next question from Inter for None. What helps you unwind after a day's work?
Honestly, just kind of going home and playing video games. You know, you get a day full of casting them, you kind of go home and you get to unwind and actually just play a little bit. I think that's a really nice thing to do, especially like when you got friends to play with. You and I currently like living together, so we can just go in, we can queue together on Overwatch.
Yeah, that's the best way. Absolutely, that's what I do. That's what we do together when we're done with our broadcast.
Yeah. And if you start losing, just stop immediately.
Yeah, you got to stop.
Don't tilt.
Don't tilt. Words of advice here from Achilios. Moving on to our next question, it'll be from Peachy Titan. Do you have any hidden talents?
I guess I think I'm a pretty decent singer, I guess. You know, whenever we go out to karaoke, I think it's not too bad. I don't think I'm ripping people's eardrums out, but I think that I have a background in musical theater. That's kind of how I got started.
You're kind of an actor,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of bled over. And I don't think that if I did that in the past, I don't know if I would be doing commentary right now. So I guess that. You get on that Twitch sings.
Something probably most people didn't know about you is your past YouTube career and your background in acting.
That too.
Moving on to our next question from Kobayashi Senpai. It says, what's the experience like coming from casting in Korea versus coming to cast for the Overwatch League?
I mean, it's a wild difference. Obviously, like being back in America and living here comes with its own things. But one of the nicest things I think about casting in the Overwatch League is we can talk to production. We can talk back. We have cough buttons and whatnot. Whereas when you cast in Korea, you're very much just kind of like left out to dry. You have to be self-sufficient. No one's really going to talk to you in your ear and say like, okay, this graphic is coming up now. That doesn't happen. You have to very much go with the flow. And having that experience casting in Korea and then coming to this makes, you know, doing the Overwatch League a breeze. And the production behind the scenes, everybody who helps us out, brings us tea, coffee, etc. It's fantastic. And I can't thank them enough for supporting us every single day and making it easier for us to do our jobs.
Certainly is the wild, wild east out there in Asia where we used to cast before moving here. Well, yeah, we've got a great team here at the Overwatch League. Our next question is from Strawberry Mishka. If you could go anywhere, all expenses paid, where would you go? Anywhere.
You know, as I do miss Korea. I consider that my home, but I actually wouldn't do that. I would go to Stockholm. It's a city that I've always kind of wanted to visit. I've only been there once, but it was for like a connecting flight, basically, and I didn't get to spend much time in the city. I've always thought it was gorgeous. I personally like cold weather, so that is perfectly fine with me as well. And I think it would be great to go out there sometime.
It's a beautiful city. I've been able to view it myself, so hopefully you get to go there one day. From Hawaiian 76.
Pizza.
There you go. It all links back together. What has been your best memory in your casting career?
That's a really tough one. I mean, you know, we got fortunate, especially with today's final. Again, you know, Shanghai's first victory, that also goes up there on the list. I think probably, and it's a really hard choice, but probably Runaway getting their first finals victory in Contender Season 2 over Kongdu Panthera, who now have, you know, their first victory as well. I think that one just kind of went down in legend because it was, you know, are they going to get this close again, Runaway? Are they going to lose it? And they managed to pull it out on top. There's a lot of different options. Apex Season 3 as well is a fantastic one, but I got to go with Runaway winning.
And you and I have been blessed with many, many great finals like today's, so great choice there, I'd say. From Cupcake Cora, though, this is a very popular question in our Q&As. Cats or dogs?
I have my cat, and I love her very much, but at heart,
you're not going to betray her, are you?
Yes. At heart, I am a dog person. I would have a dog if I didn't have to travel so much for work, but it's a lot easier to take care of a cat when you have to, you know, fly for a week or a couple days, have somebody check on her, make sure that the litter box is clean and whatnot. So it's easier to maintain. I love both, but I really want to get a dog again.
That's a pretty good answer there. I'm sure your cat would be sad to hear that if she could hear it, but
fortunately, she doesn't understand English. So
yeah, it's not a good time zone for her to watch these Q&As, you know?
Yeah.
Our next question is from, I believe it's Ellie Snow. Apologies if I said the name wrong. What do you miss the most about Korea other than your cat is the big caveat here?
The food. I mean, obviously there's, you know, Koreatown here in Los Angeles, New York, pretty much every major
Not the
city
same, though.
kind of has it, but yeah, it's just not the same. It's honestly just fantastic. If you ever go to Korea, just dying on anything that they put in front of you, just eat it because it's all going to be delicious.
Our last question is actually from one of our close friends whose question made it into this Q&A. It's from Danny Bear, otherwise known as Dane. How do you...
The bucket.
The bucket's out there, too. How do you take care of your voice after such intense days of hype casting?
A lot of it is not so much about like the taking care of it at the end. It's the preparation. So, you know, yelling and all, that can be very stressful on your vocal cords. It's about making sure that you're projecting from your diaphragm, that you're not just using your throat to create all of the noises that are coming out of your mouth. So knowing how to project, knowing to warm up vocally in the morning, make sure that you are hydrated. You know, I've posted pictures on Twitter in the past, especially when we're doing contenders, where there's like 10 bottles of water by the end of the cast. And that's just for a standard series. I think I had maybe 5 cups of mint tea during all of this. I mean, as for tonight, I'm just going to take it a little bit easy, make sure that I'm still maintaining that hydration throughout the rest of the evening and trying to rest my voice as much as possible so that I don't have any strain and I don't lose it.
There you have it. That is how our rap god Achilios has been casting Overwatch since 2017, and casting some of the most hype moments in Overwatch history keeps his voice good. That is going to do it for us here at the Twitch Q&A for the All Access Pass with myself and, of course, guest Achilios. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this great finals and this Q&A, and we'll see you guys in Stage 4.